This is not the end, it's just a start. I will never have kids, I will never grow old, I will never sit down and do what I'm told. Don't try to put a leash on me. I will never comb my hair, I will point fingers at people and stare.
Hi and welcome to our episode 4. Today we are going to talk about New Zealand and our experiences there during our 3 months.
We're going to talk about 5 different places that we think are worth mentioning and also give you some tips and tricks. For you who don't know, New Zealand is located here.
The population of New Zealand is around 4 million. 3 million of those live on the North Island and 1 million on the South.
New Zealand has a longer coastline than North America.
Auckland is the wettest city, Wellington the windiest, and Christchurch the driest.
There are 9 sheep to every 1 human. That makes it about 40 million sheep.
Each year, some 400 significant earthquakes are recorded in New Zealand.
Now over to the more fun stuff. First we're going to talk about
Hobbiton, maybe?
Hobbiton, yes. For you who don't know what that is, what is it?
You know the Lord of the Rings and the new Hobbit movies coming out, made by Peter Jackson. Well, you know the hobbits, they're like little halflings. They made an actual real village, which is called Hobbiton, which is in the North Island in Matamata.
So you have to go to Matamata to their information center or their eyesight, and from there you take a bus out to Hobbiton with a guide.
Mm.
Another thing we really like and we want to recommend, we have talked about it in an earlier video, is the Abel Tasman National Park. That's located on the South Island, top of the South Island next to Nelson. To get to Abel Tasman, you either go to Kaiteriteri, the beach, and take a water taxi into the park, or you go to Marahau and you walk into the park. We went and stayed in a place called Anchorage, and we stayed 2 nights, and it was amazing.
Yeah, we had a blast.
There's a lot of tracks you can walk along, and definitely make sure you have more than just a day to spend in Abel Tasman and explore everything that is to see.
You can also go kayaking. You can go from Kaiteriteri or Marahau. You can go into the park and then stay at one of the campsites. And be sure to take your rubbish with you, because there are no rubbish bins in the park at all. So you know that what goes in must go out.
Another place we can really recommend is Queenstown and the area around Queenstown. For me, this is one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen, and I definitely want to go back and spend some more time there, because we spent about a week.
Yeah.
And we would definitely, I think both of us would want to spend some more time.
Yeah. Queenstown is the adventure capital of New Zealand, and there you can really find it all. Rafting, skydiving.
And make sure you go to A.J. Hackett, the guy who invented bungee jump, and make a jump with his company. You can also try the Ferg burger. You can't go to Queenstown and don't eat a Ferg burger.
No, they are the best.
And if you are interested in photography, it's such a beautiful place to take a lot of pictures and just explore. And since Lord of the Rings is such a huge franchise in New Zealand, you can go on a lot of horseback riding trips and see the film sites from Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm. And Queenstown is also a great place to be in the winter, with all the ski fields, and go snowboarding and stuff.
It's also very popular when it comes to partying.
Indeed.
Make sure to try a teapot.
And if you're into like dolphins and whales and stuff, you have to go to Kaikoura on the South Island. It's really, really beautiful, and a lot of mountains, and
the way to Kaikoura is beautiful as well. going along the coastline. It's amazing, and we just want to tell you to make sure you have a couple of days there and you don't just go there for a day. Because of the weather, your tour might be cancelled. Our tour was cancelled the day we came. Luckily, we had an extra day so that we could go on at least one of the things we wanted to do. But if you want to do like both dolphin encounters and whale watching, make sure you have a couple days if the weather is not good.
And save some money as well before you go. It's not that cheap.
And of course, since we spent 3 months in Nelson, we can definitely recommend that town. It's really beautiful and the people are so nice.
The good thing about Nelson is that everything is really close, so within a 2-hour drive you can find basically everything you need and want.
We stayed at the Custom House, which is a hostel that is about 10-20 minutes from the city. We loved it. It was really great, really cheap and friendly. Nelson has also a very good nightlife. There's a lot of partying going on and you can always find something to do. There's a beach not too far away. You can go up to the center of New Zealand and you can explore a lot of Maori stuff around the area as well. A good way to get around is by bus, but one of the big things that people do that doesn't cost any money is to hitchhike. You can just stand by the road and pull out your thumb and people will pick you up in like a couple minutes. It's no danger, or of course there's danger, but we heard so many people hitchhiking or pick up hitchhikers that we wouldn't hesitate to do it in New Zealand. I probably wouldn't do it anywhere else in the world, but I would definitely hitchhike in New Zealand. A great way to save money and meet nice people.
Yeah. And also you have to know that getting around in New Zealand takes time. A lot of time. The roads are not very good and there are so many roads that have to go around the national parks, so it takes time.
And they're very windy roads, so if you're car sick, it might be a pain in the ass.
In New Zealand we also met a lot of nice people, made a lot of friends, and we also met a French guy there called Charles, and we are going to let him give us some tips and share his best moments.
So, hello, my name is Charles Fort. I come from France, and for me it was a really good experience because first we met a lot of people. You can see a lot of different beautiful landscape everywhere, different in the north, different in the south. Come with some money in New Zealand, and like that you are sure you will enjoy all the time. But be careful as well, because there is a lot of really good activity, and if you don't try all at the same times, you have just one thing to do: find a job. The summer is really fast, so don't take some warm clothes. The summer there is a lot of festival, some really good festival like around Nelson and Beuf Planty, Coromandel, and like to Abel Tasman there is like a EP festival, and you can really find some people like 40 years ago, like when you watch some movie about Woodstock, you can find exactly the same kind of people, really totally 40 years ago, for the mentality, for the kind of life, for food, for the open mind. People stay like 40 years ago, like to the festival Illuminate. The first day, my first idea was like a rock festival, some people drink, take some drugs and just enjoy the music, but it was like 40 years ago. Some people was naked everywhere, dance around the fire, just with a smile and totally in the sky, but you know why. So it was really funny to see with your eyes this kind of people like 40 years ago, because when you meet this kind of people, for you it's like the time stay, don't move, the time don't change. So it's really funny. It's really strange the first time, but and I was naked as well. No, I joke.
Thank you for watching this episode, and next time Bob here is gonna teach you Hungarian.
Yes.
And I want to remind you that if you want to learn something, put it down here
In the comments.
and we'll
Teach it to you.
or tweet us what you want to learn. Doesn't matter. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.